Welcome back to Thigh and I Plays Xenoblade Chronicles 3. On the last episode, we made it here into the depths of the Urian tunnels to this rest spot in particular, the ruins of the Cebu camp. We were trying to get away from any and all potential confrontations with Agnian forces, so we made the choice to run down into these tunnels. The glorious tunnels that once was something quite spectacular and is now spectacular in a different way. Either way, we're continuing on. Oh, we've actually discovered the camp now. That's fantastic. Let's start this episode off strong with clean clothes.
There we go.
And hopefully nothing to discuss. Oh, that's fantastic. I love that. Yeah, let's just progress the main story. You like that stuttering? I love it. It means we're back.
I'm dead on my feet. So tasty. Nothing like a hearty meal to keep you going for the long haul.
It even wakes you up somehow.
Endless rations are so boring. You need to spice it up like this. Manana couldn't agree more. Tyon only cooked tragedies, so Manana worked hard to learn cooking.
First I've heard of it. Is he that bad?
It's very horrible.
Actually, my cooking just focuses more on efficient absorption of nutrients and convenient portability. And I've actually optimized it.
You mean it used to be even worse?
Hey now, I like Tyon's cooking. It's unique.
It's okay. Swallow it down quickly and you'll probably be fine.
Do you really think you're helping?
Is there second helping?
Oh yeah?
What?
What's this, Riku? Your favorite food or something?
Is not favorite. Is taste of Manana hard work. And is rude not to clean plate.
Actually, Manana seasoned with frazzle fish to bring out hidden flavor. Manana, please, Riku, notice.
Riku not know that actually.
You not know? Well, Manana only happy you know now. And Manana bring Riku whole mountain of seconds.
You think he minds?
It was so good he had seconds, and Manana knows how much he liked to cook it. I don't see the problem. She was so happy.
I think her ability to accept people's words up front is one of her best points.
Maybe she's a little too upfront.
And her air of innocence is characteristic of Noppon.
Upfront and innocent, huh?
Riku is also good honest Noppon.
Let's not get into that. You were so serious when you were looking for the ore and gems. It's really good to be able to throw yourself into stuff like that so passionately, like into the things you love.
Senna is good person. It's shame lands lacking this quality.
Why are you always picking on me?
Just up ahead might be Riku's treasure.
Then let's go treasure hunting.
Yes, Riku get mighty whiff of treasure here.
Okay, let's have a quick breather and then start the search.
As Noah wish, we definitely find it.
Time for a nice big breakfast.
We just ate Senna. No, today we're finding ores. We're looking for rocks. We are budding archaeologists, and by archaeologists I mean geologists. All of the ologists, they kind of just get blurred together. Man, this is one of my favorite locations just to look at, because even though there's not a lot here, I mean just look at this. There's stuff everywhere. Well, there are interesting locations to look at. I mean, there's not actually a lot of stuff here.
Don't tell me we're crossing here.
Just be careful.
Do you see any other way? Just try not to look down.
Mind your steps. These used to be the windmills over the big wall by the Urian capital. Yeah, everyone recognizes this. Either way, there's a ladder and some husks out in the distance. We might get the husks. Who knows what's going to happen. Either way, I want to see what's on top of this. particular thing. I believe, actually, I don't see any chest icons. It might be pointless to come up here. You know what? Actually, I know it's pointless to come up here. We'll do this later. And by later, I mean at some nebulous point in the future. I can't speak to when that nebulous point is. Well, I do, and I can. I'm just not going to because, spoilers.
Guys, get ready to fight.
No, get ready to, not fight because, there's no reason to fight the tiny spiders, and there is a reason to look at another glorious cutscene.
Huh? Hey, isn't that...
Oh, ho, ho. Now that's what Riku call a gemstone.
Manana will bring back!
Gemstone need careful handling. Riku will also go.
Wait! Riku! Manana!
This blight on personal record.
Wait there! We're coming!
No good. They're coming this way too.
Drop the gem! The monsters seem to be after them. That is precious thing! Cannot be thrown away!
Sorry to bundle Manana up in recklessness of Riku. Manana must throw gemstone over that way.
But it's your treasure, Riku!
True, but if Manana throw, then monsters go also.
Riku giving up too easy!
Meh.
It's nothing trouble. And also, Riku say he gets every treasure.
But Noppo not fight.
That's irrelevant. Should become like Mio and Noah. If Riku and Manana work together, this piece of pollen orb. Riku not agree?
Manana. Riku agree. Riku not give up in this place. Riku here to get treasures and beat monsters.
Manana can be behind that.
Is not yet time.
Or give up.
1, 2.
Magnificent success!
Nice job, you two. What a team!
I'm so glad you made it back. Manana's sorry for causing worry.
Now we see real Noppon potential.
That's right. Maybe it's impossible for one Noppon.
But not for 2.
Together fighting is better.
Heck yeah, let's show this Princess Arachno what we've got. And by that, I mean fighting all of the servants, because, getting rid of the fodder is probably a good strategy. Oh, a lot of people are focusing on Taiwan, and that's not good. That's not good at all! Actually, I think it might be wise. I think the big queen summons more, depending on if you beat all of the tiny servant Arachnos, they might summon more, so I'm pretty sure the focus is going to be on beating the queen just flat out. Oh wait, can we get this break going? There's a break and the topple. Oh, that's fantastic. Gem Crazy Spiders. That's the name of this boss encounter. So says the. Oh, we got to level up somewhere somehow. I don't mind that in the slightest. Oh, our HP is doing good. Everything looks good on the meta level. We've got a chain attack going, so that is also... Oh, she's using Cocoon. Cocoon is a move that Arachnos are very fond of, and it allows them to essentially crawl up into a ball, roly-poly style, and increase their defenses massively. It essentially allows them to make all of your attacks, like, bounce off. It's like knockback for your attacks, so something to keep in mind as as a tactic that they would employ. If that's the case, focus on like healing at that point, right? And when that happens, it's just an overall decent time because they can't attack during it, so they're just sitting there taking attacks and being annoying. Oh, Noah's nearly dead. Is anyone focused? Can someone daze it? Someone daze it, please. No one dazed it, which is unfortunate because I have a daze art ready to go. Oh, if they're interlinking, well, I do want to save the chain attack for the end because it's very good to still, as always, get all that bonus EXP from chain attack bonuses. It's something that I'm always going to do if I have the option to do it, and this is pretty good. We should be able to end from here. Oh, and right, I completely forgot. The entire point of this quest and this battle is to introduce Riku and Manana as a new hero. Right, I entirely forgot. That is what's happening. So Riku and Manana are an attacker, as we can see, and their special thing is Noogie Storm, which the completion bonus for it is everyone's TP is increased by 7, which may not seem like a lot, but it's not that bad. It helps in the grand scheme of things. And their Heroic Chains attribute is that when they're chosen, it multiplies the TP from the next character to act by 125%. Valid only for this order. Not sure what that means, but it's a factor. So let's use Taion. And we can save them for a hot minute until the next round. We'll use Uni and do, sure, we can topple that. Get some good damage. That'll bring Taion back. Noogie Storm. Show them how it's done, Riku. Shoot them with your gun and Manana can launch shield bashes. Amazing. And then we can do, we can do Taion again. Because why not? And look, see, everyone's like 7 TP higher, so that's what it does. Let's use Waka Block for a side break. That's fantastic. And then we can get them up to 33, and we can use Taion and bring it. Yeah, we could do side break and Dark Banner, and that brings us up an extra 125 from their special attack, and that brings us up to 150, which means we're getting 2 heroes back. So it's either going to be Taion, Riku, Manana, and Uni. 2 of those 3. Okay, unfortunately, Taion was not one of the ones who were brought back. But that's fine. We can use we'll do Riku and Manana. Waka Block, as we showed off, was a side break art. Final Say, Shackle Block and Front Attack up. And Roasty Toasty. I like Roasty Toasty because Roasty Toasty is an area of effect. Like, well, it's not an area of effect. Well, technically it is. It sets down a blaze circle. So any enemies that are inside that circle, you see it's like doing 251, 251, 251. That's the blaze damage from that particular art. It's not a lot, but it can most certainly rack up pretty quickly. Taion, welcome back, Taion. Let's use. Sure, we'll use Uni, and we'll just go straight for Uni. Of course, Uni's going to act on her own chain attack. And then, sure, why not? We can just get everyone and get extra bonus EXP. And then, sure, Mio can daze it, because why the heck not? And then Lands can do an art. Just because I wanted more EXP. And then Taion can finish this off. Look at all that damage. That brings us up to 209. if we had another thing, we'd get 3 people back. But this Princess Arachno stood no chance.
Guys, that was incredible!
Phew! I didn't know how that was going to end.
Right? I was so surprised to see that from Riku and Manana.
I didn't know they could fight like that.
Riku is superior, Noppon. Everyone knows still Noppon run deep.
Come off it, you aren't running anywhere.
But now we know you can fight with us. How reassuring is that?
We're sorry for worry, but we learned that combined power together mean we can fight. And that's not all. We fetched back nice stash of gemstone.
Thanks for doing that, guys.
Yes, getting best treasure is thanks to Riku.
Someone sounds chuffed with himself.
Looks like the danger's past for now. Let's keep going.
Right. We're still not out of these tunnels. Keep your guards up, everyone.
Manana do Manana's best.
You're an asset to the team, you two.
Riku just doing job.
And with that, our hero quest, the Noppon's Council, is complete. And we get lots of EXP, some good amount of gold, SP, and an ultra pure gemstone. That is something that's going to be very useful in the long form future. Long ways away, but it's gonna get there. And look at this, the new hero. 2 for the price of 1. The Yumsmith duo, Riku and Manana. Who is our inheritor? Senna! What a glorious addition to the party. Riku and Manana's class, the Yumsmith. They're an attacker. They combine offense and AoE support. Use damage link to effectively deal with multiple foes. Yeah, they're good for both attacking and changing heroes. We are well aware of how to change heroes. Thank you. Gold Arachno Queen Silk.
I'm surprised. Riku and Manana make a good pair.
Don't let Riku hear that. You'll make him even moodier than he already is.
If you give him any more compliments, his afro will grow bigger than he is. Alright, so they're all good. I want to see where everyone stands in terms of their class levels. So Noah's at level 10, Mio's at level 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Alright, everyone is up to level 10, so you know what this means. This means that we should... Well, normally I would say that this constitutes changing around the classes, but I know what's coming up, and if you know what's coming up, you know what's coming up. And I think for the benefit of everyone, we're going to hold off on changing our classes for just a little bit longer, just a tiny bit longer. It'll probably be either the next episode or the episode after that. This one is 22, I believe. So it's either going to be, it's almost certainly going to be 23 when we change up the classes. But for right now, I think it would be wise to maintain the current status quo. Noppon coins, money, and nothing else, just normal money. But I also saw a husk over here. Yes, over there. We saw this from the windmill. Or whatever it was. Oh, we might as well, you know, let's just... Oh, do I care that much? Yeah, I do care. I want to get the husk. Affinity is important. I do not want to have to get into a position where I have to redo or just grind up Collectopedia card requests to grind up affinity. That would be beyond horrendous. If you can avoid doing that for affinity at the end of the game, by all means, do whatever you can. Either way, these Arachnos are nearly non-existent in terms of strength. We're... Right, we got a level up during that fight. Somehow, so... Now we're all level 26. Who's sending them off? Mio? I like the fact, one tiny detail that really makes a lot of sense regardless of how you look at it, is when Noah and Mia are sending off people, sending off husks, they play their own country's tune. You know, like Noah will play the Kavesi singing tune, and Mia will send off with the Agnian tune. And I'm like, that's really, it's a cool tiny detail that, you know, I would be disappointed and shocked if it wasn't a detail, but it really lends itself well to the world building, because when they play together for the large group of husks, I really wish they could turn off the stupid aggression. I am aware and knowledgeable enough on how to do it.
Enemy reinforcements.
But when they play together, they play both tunes together, and it's just a little bit of world building. It makes everything seem a little bit better. Either way, we are not fighting the giant mosquito. We can come back to that at some point. Things are 27. Well, no, we're about on par. I don't think we're in terrible shape. I am going to do this fight though. We're going to assist we're going to assist the Crabbles and get those Nopon coins. That won't take not but a moment, but this is still going to be a boring battle, so I'll just poof to the end. And with that, super quick and easy.
Unstoppable with you around, Senna.
Give me all the loot, though.
I'm the girl with the gun.
Is it raining? How can it be raining in the tunnels? Well, there are clouds, so maybe it's such a big tunnel that we have our own ecosystem. Well, it is the Orion tunnels, and the Titan Uriah was quite large, and it did have its own weather system, so I suppose it tracks. Yeah, I can approve. Stupid internal cave weather system, because that's actually a thing in the real world. Caves can have their own little micro ecosystems and weather, like atmospheres. That's why, you know, tiny terrariums actually exist. You can plug up a bottle and have it just sit there pretty much in its own little stasis of ecosystems. Those are always very cool. You could just like watch it grow for however many years you want to own it. Yeah, but we're just zooming through this cave tunnel. No one cares about these stupid spiders. I certainly don't. Oh, we're very close to a thing, but there's also a cave back here, and I want to get another husk. Exploration is very worthwhile to me. Wow, it's actually pretty big over here. Except there are lots of spiders. Spiders.
But it needs doing.
Spiky spiders. Spikers. 2 thumbs up to you if you know that reference. Or, well, it could be a reference to multiple things, but I'm only thinking of one specific thing.
Oops, they found us.
And we're going to ignore them. Oh, that's an elevator. Well, I suppose it would be interesting to see what the elevator is. Fine, whatever. It's only level 23. It'll take like 2 seconds, but more spiders are coming. Alright, fine. We're going to win this fight, but I'm going to poof to the end of this one as well, because the big one is an annoyance. Well, focus on the small one first. Either way, poof! And this fight is officially over.
It means there were no holes in my strategy.
Absolutely not a challenge whatsoever. I'm curious about the elevator, though. Elevator number 2. We are not going where the story says it wants us to go, because exploration. We're going down further. I think there might just be a chest over here. Let me out! Let me out! Let me out! Oh wait, we have to go out this way, don't we? Yes. What is over here? I don't rightly know. It looks like it's pretty open. It's a pretty big path. He says, immediately met with an area he can no longer progress through. Is this a path forward? No, it's not. It's nothing over here. This, you know what this is? This is a most definite case of you'll need to come back here later for a quest of some sort. Yep, that's what this is. This is come back here for a quest at some arbitrary point in the future. Everyone, get in the elevator quickly, quickly. Well, they're stuck down there until they can get the next ride up. Oh, they are capable of instant transmission. Don't worry about that. They're only capable of instant transmission
Just stick to the plan.
when it's not convenient to the plot. As long as it's not necessary. Okay, well, considering I'm about to die... Actually, this might be interesting to fight it because it is a blue monster. So if we are able to beat it, we'll probably get a lot of EXP, if I'm honest. Because this will definitely be bulky enough to finish with a chain attack. Well, build up a chain attack before we kill it, and then we can kill it with the chain attack. And combined with the fact that it's a unique, well, not unique, but like a rare monster, we'll get lots of rewards. So I am actually going to poof to the end of this fight as well. And if you're not a fan of a lot of edits in the videos, oh, people are going to die, aren't they? Might be difficult to survive this fight. You gonna get me up? All right. Either way, I'll make this work. We're just going to poof.
Did I push you too hard?
Sorry. You guys.
Okay, we lost that fight, and this is our last checkpoint, which is a massive annoyance. I'm playing as Senna now because I tried to run away, but the Senna immediately died, so... Oh, 500 meters, running, sprinting all the way back there. Alright, fine, whatever. I didn't poof to the end, but I will poof right back there. I knew it was a mistake to fight that thing. Whatever. Let's just continue on. Ignore the HP. We had to run away from a lot of enemies.
What the? Smoke screen? It smells weird. This, not just normal smoke.
Ah! They're hiding in the smoke.
More incoming! My legs. Ah! Mimi!
This smoke. Don't breathe it in.
Who the spark are they? Soldiers from Agnes, duh!
I know this maneuver.
What is it?
One of Colony 13's little specialties.
So, you've seen this before? But wait a moment. These mudders are Agnian.
I don't get it. Why this specific tactic? Could it be the commander?
This is looking grim. There's no way to tell where they're gonna come from next.
Water.
Water?
Yeah. There are water veins in these caves. We can use them to make an escape.
You say make a dash for it?
Tyon, decide! Look, I trust your judgment.
You do? we'll have to run. I judge it to be the best option right now.
All I needed to hear. Let's move. Lead the way.
I'm on it.
Yeah, I think it might be for the best to start running. Get out of the smoke if at all possible. And we have lots of Agnian troops that are apparently using the tactics of a Kavesi colony. Very confusing, which is only helped along by the name of these enemies, the Puzzling Specialing Unit. Specialing? Puzzling Special Unit. This is actually a branch of the Agnian Special Forces that solve in puzzles. You know, tabletop 1000-piece puzzles. Well, they're puzzles of the maps of the battlegrounds, and like their thinking behind this particular unit is if they build and complete and solve puzzles about the battlegrounds, it leads to more intimate understanding of the battlegrounds themselves. If they're able to understand the terrain at a puzzle level, then when they actually get there, it's going to be a piece of cake. And I, for one, can't find any fault in that kind of logic. Even though the people themselves are not particularly good at fighting, their mastery of puzzle-solving abilities... Did you really just use a chain attack? No, executive decision. I have auto battle turned on because I just don't find the battling system fun, personally, when it's just fodder like this. But I'm just going to executive decision, turn that off, and just end it right then and there. Yeah, we don't need any fancy tricks like that.
This is our first time here, isn't it?
The Quarry Road? I mean, yeah, it's our first time in the tunnels, so it would be our first time. Oh, I bet we have to fight people to get this unlocked. Maybe, if we're careful, we can squeeze right by. Oh, that's fantastic. It's all the smoke in the air. We just skirt right through their little phalanx, or whatever guard outpost. They don't hear us either. Like, that guy off in the corner, he's just like, what the heck is happening? Their senses have been completely shot to heck from all the gas. Their quartermaster should really focus on looking at the quality of the gas masks that they have. Still not gonna fight them though, because really don't see the need. It's not like they can actually catch us. We are extremely quick on our feet.
Guess it's time to plan the day.
You think you're all that, do ya?
Do we want to go over there? I'm kind of curious about going over there. Oh, I guess we have to fight. I think we went in the wrong direction. Yeah, we totally went in the wrong direction. We only had two directions, and of course I would pick the dead end when I'm being flanked by 4 separate enemies. Either way, they're still weak. I don't think we'll be able to get to level 27 by the end of this particular encounter. But I would be a lot more comfortable if we could get to 27 at some point soon. Oh, our healing is pretty good. Infinity Blade, that'll take care of everyone because it's an AoE, or it's a forward AoE. Either way, these fights are not concerning. And I do want to fight these, though, because it's not every day you fight Agnian troops. And they give they give rewards. Their drops are interesting, I suppose. It's technically worthwhile, worth your time. But, again, I find these fights to be particularly boring. The fights that don't have story importance behind them, or aren't, like, meant to be challenging, like, chain attacks again. I should just be aware. I should turn off that stupid auto battle. I just really don't like it. I genuinely don't like it. As I was saying, like, any battle that isn't, like, a dedicated story battle is just boring to me, because it's just like, oh, okay, yeah, it's another battle. It's very damage spongy. Either way, we're done with that. Wrap that up. We can continue on this way. There's 160 miles? Who knows what arbitrary amount of distance. But it is straight down. We have to get down pretty far. See, if this was Xenoblade X, we could just jump down and not have to suffer fall damage. As it stands, I do not want to have to fight you schmucks. You're boring. Oh, they won't let me leave, will they? Alright, fine. This battle of 4 Agnian special puzzling units is not going to be any different from the last battle that we had against 4 Agnian puzzling special units. So, in the interest of saving everyone the headache, I'm just going to poof to the end of this one as well. Oh, we got a level up from that particular enemy, so... Well, I'm glad. I did say I would be more comfortable at 27 than I was before, so... I got my wish. Now we can really poof to the end, even though... Well, no. I'm going to save future me just the tiniest bit of trouble, because... At half health, this last guy is not going to be any trouble against 7, technically 8 people. 7.5, because Riku and Banana, even when they stand on top of each other's shoulders, do not reach my shoulders. Either way. You know what? I think I'm going to leave this episode on a cliffhanger, because not only are we on a cliff, and we could technically hang off of it if I was daring, it's rapidly approaching an appropriate amount of time for a singular episode of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 that isn't focused on story. Well, it is technically focused on story, but I reserve the hour-long episodes for something like freeing colonies. Either way, I'm done rambling. Whether you watched for 30 seconds or the entire thing, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Later!